Welcome to the VoiceMe Podcast, information and advice on the world of voiceover, presented by voiceme.co.za, the South African search directory for voice artists and related services. I'm Andrew Sutherland, founder of VoiceMe, and in this episode, I'm talking about CRMs and why you need one for your voiceover business. CRM, or Customer Relationship Management Software, is one of the most important tools for running your voice business, or any business for that matter. As a voice artist, managing client relationships and keeping track of all your projects and contacts can be quite a daunting task, especially when your marketing efforts start paying off and you actually need to keep up with it all. Without help, you are never going to remember every person, email, call, audition, quote request, when to send that invoice to actually get paid, or if the client has even paid you yet. You could set up an Excel spreadsheet for this, but it becomes very clunky once it starts to grow, and the larger your database of contacts and projects, the harder it will be to keep things in check. When did I last contact this client? What do they do? Where are they based? Did they respond to my last email? Did they call me? Did I call them? What did we speak about? Did they request a quote? Did I even send one? The busier you get, the more things will fall through the cracks. Effectively building relationships with your clients or prospective clients takes time, and trying to stay on top of this just in your head will lead to headaches. It will become impossible to remember all this info, and that's when using a CRM system comes in. It's like having a personal assistant with a perfect memory that's always available, something you can search within for whatever data or information you need at any time. There's a whole bunch of them out there, and it really doesn't matter which one you end up using, but I do want to go over a few things that you should be looking out for as far as features, so that when you are comparing options, you have some VO business relevant insight when settling on the one you feel works best. Here are some key features that they typically provide: contact management, communication and email marketing automation, sales automation, and project tracking. Let's start off with contact management. Voice artists will need a CRM that allows them to manage their contacts easily, including their existing clients and prospective clients. The more info you can find, research, and store, the more effectively you can market to your contacts. A CRM will help you manage customer data, including contact information, communication history, and other relevant details to stay organized, and ensures you can quickly access that information when needed. Info such as names, phone numbers, email addresses, and notes about each person such as their social media pages, website, their role at their company, location or address, and pretty much anything else you can think of that you can use to effectively market to them. When choosing a CRM, make sure you can store all this kind of info, as well as add custom fields to your contacts. Custom fields for a VO business will be a little different to others, so this is going to be key. It'll allow you to segment and niche down into your database when marketing and contacting your clients. In my business development pipeline on my CRM, I use custom fields like lead type, stage or status, and lead source, and I'll give you a quick breakdown into each. Lead type is where I classify contacts broadly into 5 types depending on what they do. For me, these are local client, international client, recording studio, voice artist, and talent agent, because those are the kinds of people I work with the most. Lead stage is where they fall in my business development pipeline, and I use 6 types here, but you can choose and name them anything, whatever works for you. Firstly, a lead is someone I've found, but I haven't yet contacted and still need to do some research on. Next are qualified and disqualified. Qualified is where I label them once I've done some research and they've passed what I'm looking for. Their work is relevant to my business, or what they do is interesting and I want to reach out to them. Or if they didn't pass, I move them to disqualified so I know not to bother with them again. Contacted. This is where I've sent an introductory email or message in another way to them. I also note down where I've sent this message. It could be an email, it could be a WhatsApp, it could be a call. Anywhere where I've contacted them, I make a note of it. Then prospect. This is when they've replied in any way to that contact message and are interested in working with me, but we haven't worked together yet. And finally, client. Someone who has used my services and has booked or paid me for a project. Once they reach client status, I move them to a new pipeline called clients, and that is split into old client, clients that I haven't worked with in the past year, local client, and international client. So to recap, the lead stage goes from lead, qualified and disqualified, contacted, prospect, and client. The lead source is where I have a field on where I found them or where they found me. Was it straight up Googling? Was it LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, a referral? Did they contact me from my website or Google Ads? Maybe they just gave me a call. It's all logged into this field, so I know where they found me or how I found them. Seeing all this info laid out neatly helps me work out who I need to spend time on and also where contacts are coming in, so I can prioritize marketing in the sources that get me results. Then I tag and categorize. This helps me search within my database for specific contacts that do specific things, like e-learning or commercials or AV Explainer or audiobooks or whatever else I've learned about them from my interactions and their website or profiles. And then I create lists that are relevant to the marketing messages I send out. So feature 1 when choosing a CRM, under contact management, make sure you are able to add the custom fields so you can really niche down and search in those lists and be able to send those targeted messages. Once you have a database of contacts, we move on to the communication features. When it comes to communication, CRMs also track email dates and times within each contact and allow you to set follow-up notifications or tasks for yourself so you know when you need to get in touch with that person again. This is really important so that you don't forget people and leave them behind in your efforts. Those reminders are going to become crucial to your follow-up success. The CRM you pick should have communication tools that allow you to keep in touch with your contacts, such as email integration and messaging features. If it can integrate with other platforms such as social media to streamline the process, even better. But even if they don't, keeping track of the source of your contacts will help you get in touch. If you found them on Instagram, log their profile name in that field so you can quickly jump back there when following up. Your CRM should also have a group messaging or mass mail function, and this becomes especially easier if you've tagged and categorized properly and want to send out a mail to just a specific group of contacts. For example, with VoiceMe, I have a list of artists who have signed up but haven't yet added a demo to their profile. In this case, I can send out a mailer to the whole list with one click, reminding them that they need one. Once they do add a demo, those contacts move into a different list and are contacted in other ways that are more relevant to them. Look for a CRM that can automate these marketing campaigns and schedule emails to help you with your email marketing and other digital marketing efforts. This will help you reach your target audience more effectively and improve customer engagement. Next up is sales automation and project tracking. Many CRM systems offer sales automation or project tracking features. Sometimes these are also called deals, depending on the system you choose. These tools help businesses manage their sales processes more efficiently and effectively so that you don't get lost in an overwhelming amount of admin. It'll also be able to link to the relevant contact or company you're working with so you can see where your work is coming from. If you're still working with manual accounting and invoicing or aren't using accounting software that manages this for you, a feature like this on your CRM would be very useful so that you don't forget about anything and can keep track of things. In my CRM, I have a projects pipeline set up with a flow going from negotiating, quoted, booked, completed, invoiced, and paid. And then, as much as I hate to see this, project cancelled or lost. Within each project box, I have all the details of the job, the client name, contact, quote number and the value, the date booked, invoice date, invoice number, and the value, so that I can refer to it when needed. CRMs also often allow file attachments as well, so on all of those boxes, I've got a quote attached to each of them and the actual invoice document as well. So if I ever need to go back, I can find it right there and then. Each project is also linked to my contact database, so with a single click, I could refer to the emails about that project and view the quotes and invoices I've sent. Having this all set out in a logical way makes sure you can keep on top of things. You can set it up with date and time fields as well, and most CRMs will have some kind of calendar integration to link those project boxes and notes to a meeting. So let's recap. When looking at CRM software, make sure you have the following features: contact management and the ability to add custom fields and tags. Automated follow-up notifications, so you can get reminded to connect with people regularly. Communication and email integration, so you can keep on task with follow-ups and marketing mailers and track them. Group messaging features and the ability to niche into your contact lists so you can target your messages appropriately. And project management. This is optional, but really useful if you want to deep dive into how your business is doing. If you are not yet using a CRM, do yourself a favor and get started as soon as possible. The earlier you start, the better, and it'll make your life and running your business so much easier. As complex as it may be in the beginning to set up, it becomes second nature very quickly. And don't be tempted to simply import all your contacts in bulk. It might sound easier at first, but doing them one at a time will allow you to properly tag and categorize them from the start. And it's also a perfect opportunity to reach out to those people at the same time and get your marketing process off to a clean start, knowing that every person has been checked in on. I personally use StreakCRM, which is a highly customizable plugin with amazing features that integrates directly with Google Workspace. So it sits in line with your Gmail inbox, your Google Calendar, Google Drive, Sheets, and Chat. And even though I use a paid version now, for a long time I was using the free option and it still did all the things I've mentioned in this episode. My database simply grew too large and I needed the upgrade to add more contacts. Of course, you don't have to use what I use. There are plenty of other fantastic systems available out there. Just do a little comparison and choose one that works for you and has the features you need. And that's all for this week's episode. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and my support team at support@voiceme.co.za. Leave a comment here or give me a call on 0861 VoiceMe. That's 0861 864 2363 if you're in South Africa. And to sign up for a VoiceMe profile, register from the homepage at voiceme.co.za. I strongly believe a constructive social environment for our users, whether they be artists, clients, producers, or talent agents, is highly beneficial for our industry. Like, follow, and engage with VoiceMe and each other on @VoiceMeSA on all social networks. If you liked this episode, please like, share, subscribe, turn on automatic downloads, or click the bell icon to get notified so you don't miss our next one. I'm Andrew Sutherland, and that's it from me here at VoiceMe for this week. Cheers for now.